The liberals saw a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes and thought she was ushering in the Fourth Reich.
They're now waging a war on hot chicks. It doesn't end good for a party that told us they didn't know what a chick was this time a year ago.
She is not Dylan Mulvaney. She's not a plus-size swim model on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She's not a male prom queen. She's a hot, beautiful, biological woman.
Well, they're saying it's about a return to whiteness. I think it's a return to hotness.
American society going back to what we traditionally see as beauty, which is just women looking like women.
It's sort of the revenge of the normies. People like looking at beautiful women.
Have you seen the women who are commenting about this? They are so jealous of her jugs.
A little while ago, we had a very overweight woman in these advertisements. I don't think people wanted to buy those jeans.
It's not some crazy Nazi plan. Go look at ancient Greece. They typically did not have really fat people that they were modeling in their nude.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Asa Taylor, back at it again with another episode on the Social Grace School. In case you guys haven't heard, Sydney Sweeney is currently getting a lot of backlash, and she's also going viral for her American Eagle commercial. Check it out.
I'm here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has great jeans.
You see what I did there, right?
Yes, she does have great jeans. Now, I think a lot of people have a problem with this commercial because she's saying jeans and she's making a pun or a reference to her jeans, but it's not that at all. See, back in the 80s, there was a commercial that Calvin Klein put on. It was just like this. I believe the name of the woman was Brooke Shields. Now, Brooke Shields around this time was 15 years old. Take a look at this commercial.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution. This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its genes to future generations. Secondly, by gene drift, in which certain genes may fade away while other genes persist. And finally, by natural selection, which filters out those genes better equipped than others to endure in the environment. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
The thing that people are not understanding is that in business, sex sells. Whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're in fashion, it doesn't matter what you do. Sex sells. And this is exactly what people want to see. So no one can get mad and no one can say anything when Beyoncé does a commercial for Old Navy. They can compliment her, say she looks good, and even give her a pat on the back and probably a lot of money for doing that commercial. But when Sydney Sweeney does it, everyone is all up in arms, clutching their pearls like they've never seen a white girl do a commercial before. Beyonce and Sydney Sweeney are virtually the same age. They're both old. The only difference between Beyonce and Sydney Sweeney is Beyonce's black, Sydney Sweeney's white. I think you talking heads, you pundits have an issue with Sydney Sweeney because she's referencing something that was done back in the 80s and 90s that we played earlier. Now, we're going to get into Marc Lamont Hill. Piers Morgan, because Marc Lamont Hill, he's a talking head, he's a political pundit. He went off on Sydney Sweeney by saying that she shouldn't have said that her genes are this, her genes are that, and she wasn't referencing that at all. Like, can we not just have a great commercial and enjoy it? We all know it's for men. Like I said earlier, sex sells. Why is it a problem when Sydney Sweeney does it, but not a problem when Beyonce does it? Lizzo's fat ass actually was on the screen, on TV. And she was doing a commercial for American Eagle. Their sales plummeted. Right now, American Eagle sales are up tremendously. Let me not say anymore. I don't want to ruin it, okay? Take a look and take a listen to Marc Lamont Hill. Then we're going to come back and we're going to comment on it.
Okay, Marc Lamont Hill, let's look at an earlier American Eagle ad. which was in the middle of the whole Me Too campaign and stuff. Do you have any problem with the lady on the left there?
Do I have a problem with her? No, I don't have a problem with her.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem
You're
with the
not
woman
offended
on the
by
right.
that image?
I'm not.
Fascinating.
No.
You do have a problem with the woman on the right.
No. Hold on. Two things. One, you specifically said let's not interrupt each other, and I haven't been able to articulate one sentence yet, and I've been interrupted twice. So let's follow your own rules.
No,
I'm not offended by the woman on the left. Let me complete the sentence. I am not offended by the woman on the left, nor am I offended by the woman on the right. The aha that you're going for isn't there because I'm saying I'm not offended by either woman. What I am, please, I'm asking you respectfully, allow me to finish a thought. Two people have spoken uninterrupted for 3 minutes. I haven't gotten 10 seconds out. What I'm saying is that the problem is not either woman. The problem is how we're narrating the commercial. That's what people are concerned about. Several things have been said that I'd like to respond to in direct response to what you're asking me, Piers. The first thing, and I'm glad the last woman who spoke mentioned that she's Jewish because I think that's really important. Historically, there have been lots of anti-Semitic images, narratives, tropes that are used that non-Jews don't see. And many times someone will say, oh, wait a minute, they showed that person playing into the cabal narrative. They showed this person as a rodent, or they showed this person with changing their name to this or that. And the average person may not intend to be anti-Semitic, although some people are anti-Semitic, but it's still there and Jews recognize it. So I don't want to presume that because a white person doesn't see it, that means that it can't be racist, or if a black person doesn't see, you know what I'm saying? We have to think about this on all levels from multiple audiences. You used the word normal and talked about it in the context of this white woman. White women are normal, but so are other people. The problem is, historically, we have only normalized white people. And so we've made white women's bodies, white male bodies, the norm. And we've made everything else less human, less beautiful, less real. And so when we say good genes are the ones that...
Before we actually get into Piers and what he's going to address Marc Lamont Hill on, I just want to say you can't negotiate with what sells. You can't negotiate with what men like and what men want to see. Just like in the 80s when they had Brooke Shields up there modeling at 15 years old. You're not going to negotiate with what men like because guess what? American Eagle, they did extremely well after that. Now, what he's saying here is, okay, well, we're in a different time. We need to be conscious about what we say and what we do as to not offend anyone. But we are not living in that time anymore. We have Trump in office. What we have going on right now is different from 2020 to 2024. We're not buying into this woke agenda anymore. We're not going to be that person or that nation that's going to say, you know what? If she's not black, we're not going to put her up on the screen. Because why? And I think Piers is going to actually confront him on this fact right here because it is a load of crap of what he's saying because he's being disingenuous. He's not being honest with himself because he and I know that if Beyoncé was up there doing this American Eagle commercial, we wouldn't even be having this type of conversation. We would have a total opposite conversation, praising her. Yes, girl, you go, girl. Yes, queen. We love black queen. But Sydney Sweeney comes up there and now everybody has a problem. Like, we are shaming women for looking good and taking care of themselves. Okay? Now, she's not my cup of tea, but I can appreciate her body of work. I can appreciate that she's still young enough to actually show off her talents that God gave her onto a field or on a screen that most people are watching. I mean, not many people have got this opportunity to do what she did. Okay, now let's continue because I'm interested to see how Piers is going to confront Marc Lamont Hill.
Crap. Honestly, I'm sorry, Mark. If I may jump in on my own show. What a load of crap. I saw Beyoncé do a jeans ad. Everybody drooled over it. I loved it. Thought she looked hot when she did. Right? I mean, what are you talking about, man? This is... Let me ask you a straight question. Let me ask you a straight question. Does Sydney Sweeney have bad genes? Yes or no?
No. I don't think she has bad genes.
So she has good genes? Does she have good genes?
No. Again, you're trying for these gotchas. If you
so she doesn't have good or bad genes?
The whole point is to argue that good and bad genes itself is a bad idea. It's a racist idea.
Why can't you have good genes, Mark?
Why is it racist?
If
Why
you all
can't
would
you
allow
have
me
good
to
genes?
answer. All right, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to hope that you don't interrupt me as I answer. Okay? Because again, no one else has been interrupted except the people who disagree with you. What I'm saying is
Stop being so precious,
the
please.
word you listen. The word eugenics literally means good genes. It literally means that etymologically. The point here is to judge human beings based on their genes and to decide that you have good genes and you have bad genes isn't in and of itself a racist project. That's the point. So no, it's not that I think that I have good genes and you can't say anyone else has good genes. I'm saying let's get rid of the good genes narrative, particularly when it's based on hair and eyes and body type. Why? Because those things are racially coded. In other words, if I say that straight hair is good genes or blonde hair is good genes, and no, I'm not after watching an ad Googling someone to figure out their natural roots. You'd be shocked to know how many people don't do that. If I'm doing these things and I see your eye color and your hair as a sign of your good genes, then that means someone who has a different hair or eye color doesn't have good genes. And the last thing I'll say is if you look historically at ads, at culture,
it doesn't though, does it? All right, calm down. Calm down. It doesn't actually mean that.
No,
Hang on. No, I will speak on my own show.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to link him down below so that way you guys can go and check out the full content if you guys want to. But let me just say this as we end. I've already said this before, and I'm just going to say it again. In the industry of the restaurant, sales, anything that you go and do, especially at Chick-fil-A or something like that, you're going to have someone who's beautiful, who's attractive, up at the front, introducing themselves, smiling and waving because that is what people want to see. People don't want to go in there and see somebody who's ugly or fat. People don't want to go in there and see someone who doesn't take care of themselves. That's not what they go in there and see. They go in there to see women who look good, who's cute, who's going to be nice, friendly, and all that in a bag of chips. I come from the sales environment. I come from the restaurant environment. So I have a different perspective on things. But you cannot be this disingenuous to say that Sydney Sweeney and what she did is any different than what Beyoncé did or what Lizzo's fat ass did. There's no difference at all. The only thing that you have a problem with is the way they phrased it. Now, we're not in that type of environment before. I know I said that before. I'm going to say it again. This has got to stop. This racist trope or these racial undertones that people are saying, and you know, I'm pretty sure there's going to be video after video after video that's coming out today talking about Sydney Sweeney and everything like that. But let me just say this again. For the upteenth time, this is nothing. People want to see women who look good. People want to be welcomed in a great way. And Sydney Sweeney, by chance, just happens to make that happen. You guys didn't have a problem with Brooke Shields. You guys didn't have a problem with Beyonce. But you guys have a problem with Sydney Sweeney doing it? Make it make sense. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Was I right? Was I wrong? Do you guys agree with Marc Lamont Hill? Do you guys agree with Brooke Shields and her commercial back in the 80s? What's the difference? Let me know all that in a bag of chips in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys next time. Peace.